Camilo team, I feel, is relatively new to Combat Night.
Yeah, I've never heard of them before, but it seems like they've had a couple guys.
They're tough. I've had guys fight on the same card as them on some of the smaller circuit shows in Florida, and they've always looked really, really good. So it's nice to see them in the premiere of Florida Mixed Martial Arts Combat Night.
Here comes Brent Kent.
Brent Kent.
Some mercilessness of his own.
Putting hands on him. But Giovani, not to be timid, landed a couple really crispy right hands in there. But they are now tied up. Giovani with the body lock, looking to step over and take him to the left, but Kent able to drag him to the front. Nice leg tangle by Tannahil, taking him down right in front of us here in the booth, working to pass the half. He's got the leg down. Kent has a high leg up there. All Tannahil has to do is shrug and he can come out the other side or pummel in and take half guard. Choice is really his, and he decides for half guard. Kent, realizing the Katagatame threat was present, clears his arm, but Tannahil pins the bottom arm of Kent with his knee and starts working his shots in. Tannahil, great pressure here. This is not a hood performance, guys. This is a technical performance here. Tannahil looks great. Brent Kent recovers guard, works for the stand-up, back in the side, but Tannahil has the Dagestani handcuff and is laying down fire. Great transition from inside to far side. He's one step away from the mount or the back, and that is really Kent's option.
Yeah, Larry looking close there.
Yeah, with that hand trap, that is tough.
Tannahil is just tanning his hide, if we're being honest here. That Dagestani handcuff is not to be messed with. If your opponent has you in a Dagestani, the violence is forthcoming, ladies and gentlemen.
Kent's got it free now. Ate a few shots for it.
Big hammer fist by Tannahil. Hits him on the way up, and Brent makes it back to his feet. Props to Brent Kent here. That was a lot of damage. Kent still game, but puffing real hard in there. Great level change by Tannahil. Step over, corner turn, puts Kent right to his hip. That was beautifully executed by Tannahil.
Yeah, he timed it perfectly.
Kent finds himself mounted.
And holding on to the head. If Tannahil keeps that shoulder pressure, the Katagatame is coming. Man, I was hoping he was going to give me a highlight by hitting that Katagatame as soon as I said it. Big right hooks by Tannahil, raining down fire on Kent.
Yeah, Tannahil wants to land damage.
Hey, man, he said he was going to beat him mercilessly. Good transition towards the back, but he's got to clear his head so he doesn't risk getting pulled over. Decides to remount. Brent making some space. Tannahil crashing him down. We got 10 seconds left in the first, and this round has been all Tannahil since the 30-second mark. Dominance in the first. Great damage. Beautiful work here.
Yeah, that first round definitely goes to Giovani Tannahil.
He's breathing a little heavy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But seems to be all right. Brent Kent breathing heavy plus damage. Unless Tannahil blew his wad, this second round can look almost identical because he was all over Kent and clearly a step ahead on all those ground transitions. Can I remind you guys, they're both debuters.
Yeah, that's right.
This is what we were talking about earlier, how we're getting guys that are headlining local events with 4 and 5 fights that in my generation would have been competitive, ranked men in the world. It's crazy how fast the sport has evolved technically and in instruction.
Yeah.
You know, in my generation, we were still just figuring it all out. Where now different teams and coaches have systematic approaches. It's really awesome.
Big breaths from both gentlemen before the start of this second round. Low kick
Brent,
from Kent. Another.
Opening up with those chops. His hands are low. He's asking for trouble if he doesn't land first.
Trying to get him thinking about that lead leg. Oh, Ada overhand.
Big right hand by Tannahil. Sucks that leg up, takes him right down. His head is in the hole, but the neck is clean. Tannahil pushing him out, and he is back in mount, guys. We are 30 seconds in, and Tannahil is in mount. Expect this to be a bad round for Brent Kent.
Yeah, Tannahil right back to the blueprint from the first round.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, fellas. Tannahil's looking for that Katagatame. The arm's almost in place, but he frees himself. Great
Tannahil.
shots by Tannahil.
Good choice there. What's Tannahil got to do here to free himself?
I mean, Tannahil is doing all the right things. He's being really patient in his transitions.
I meant Kent.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Kent, man, he's got to get moving, bro. Like, Tannahil is all over him, like white on rice on a paper plate in a snowstorm. Every time Brent Kent is moving, Tannahil is either behind him, over him, off to the side. If Kent can get Tannahil's hands to the floor and his butt a little higher, he can work in knees, but Tannahil is just not having it. He's staying on the ball, he's reading the situation, and he is reacting in an educated fashion.
Yeah, one could say that these right here might be 10-8 rounds. Just the sheer dominance. He's just like a backpack there on Brent Kent.
You'll even see, before Tannahil took Kent's back, he placed his foot in quarter mount and leaned off to the side so Kent would have room to turn and put himself deeper down that hole. The goal of a good controlling top player is not to take away all options, but is to make all of the bottom player's options beneficial to the top player. Do you like my theory there? It's a little talkative.
Little blood on the bridge of the nose of Brent Kent.
A little wordy. Brent Kent has been consistently taking shots this whole fight.
They are right here in front of us, and Tannahil is hammering away.
Tannahil with the gift wrap. If I'm him, I'm making posture just like that and raining down fire. With that gift wrap, you can kind of take your time and smash.
And Larry Folsom has seen enough.
10 seconds left in the second, and Larry Foster calls an end to that round. Will end the fight.
Brent Kent shakes his hand and says, "Thank you, sir."
As he should. He saved him another few minutes of ass whooping. Puts you at a level that's
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Your referee, Larry Folsom, has called a stop to this bout in the second round for your winner. Out of the red corner, Giovani Tannahil.